Oh, hello. Let's applaud lunch, if anything, I guess. Applaud lunch. I hope you had a good one. I'm Chris. I'm going to just, give you some weird stuff for the next 15 minutes, and then we can get back to the real reason we're here. I want to talk about the first hip-hop album I ever heard, which was the Marshall Mathers LP by Eminem. Some of you guys might know him by his Roman name, Thousand and Thousand. And well done, quickest person in the room down there. Everyone else, that's fine. Not a lot of comedians do gangster Roman numeral jokes. I is one. Now, back when I was 12 years old listening to that album, back when I was 12 years old and thought that Dr. Dre was pronounced Dr. E, I wanted to be a rapper more than anything else in the world, okay? And this was at the same age that I thought all rap was made up entirely on the spot. And that's what I do now. I make up raps on the spot. It's weird that I'm standing on a spot. That feels weird. I make up raps. It's called freestyling. The easiest way to do it is to show you right now. So from this half of the auditorium, can be top or bottom, can I get an activity like filing a tax return or making a smoothie?
Fencing.
Fencing? Was that, who said that? Fencing. Good on you, sir. I was expecting to look down and see you wearing like the full get-up here, just like, this is my moment, I'm gonna seize it, but fencing. Okay, and a word from over here, maybe an occupation? Kissing. I love it. I was thinking like vocation or jobs, but you were like, no, the thing I spend most of my time doing. The thing I am occupied with, because Lord knows, I'm a kisser. Okay. Kissing and fencing are the two suggestions. This is going to be a really short one before I get into the meat of what I'm going to do for you today. This is a segue from head mic to hand mic, and this is a freestyle rap made up entirely on the spot, based on the suggestions fencing and kissing. And don't worry, it's not anywhere near as atrociously bad as you are expecting it to be. Some of you seem unconvinced, but don't worry. If we can drop that beat, good sir, let's do this. Yeah, I wanna get it today. I talk about let me toil with the foil and epee. Different kinds of sabers that I use when I fight. Standing either side of a thin blue line. The lights come down, people in the crowd cheer. They wanna see the fencing match, that's why they gathered here. Olympic sport, also Commonwealth. But forget your mask and it is bad for your health. You might injure yourself if you don't wear the beekeeper. Little face thing that they feature, looking like they're walking around like the superhero villain Venom. Yeah, you see the Spider-Man show, full face mask coming at you with the saber. It's like, whoa, buddy, do me a favor. I'm only first grade, I am just an amateur. But you take the blade and you just hack it more. I step back when it makes the contact. All the natural metal things react and send a little buzz around, and the crowd goes crazy. They're like, hitting that guy was just gravy. Easy to do, yeah, they all missing. I try and stab there cause I'm obsessed with kissing. I'll be sat there, see it in front of my eyes, all the sexy made weight lift. I'm occupied, I'm like, oh, I love it. I love the levers. I wanna make sure my lips go together, yo. Wait, what's it? Are you speeding it up like a massive douche? Just like, hey, if we make it go faster, that'll really mess him up. Oh, don't worry. Let's a cappella it. That'll be even funny. I will go fast, but a cappella, because genuinely that is too fast for people who don't have English as a mother tongue to really pass in their heads. I'm very sorry, all the confused Norwegians going, well, I thought my English was very good, but apparently not. We're going to do kissing. Okay. Kissing when you do it, yeah, your leg just pop. It's so cool, rap about kissing in hip-hop. Such a sensual task that I do with my lady every day, yeah, I mean really daily. She's at the back there, so she might deny. She might be like, no, just one time a night when I lean over. Never knees go weak, cause the only kiss you get, Chris, is on the cheek. But I'm like, no, I kiss till I cannot speak. Till I got glandular fever inserted inside my body. I go to my GP. I'm like, get the mononucleosis out of me, but they cannot do it. It's the kissing disease, yeah, you make the beat go, the rap becomes less easier. Hard to go, there we go, we did it, no missing. Fencing and then a much faster version of kissing. There you go. Thank you. That's why I do this. Not the noise then, the silence at the start where I come on and you go, this is going to be awful. But what I want to do here now in the next 10 minutes is teach you how to do that. Okay? Some of you are excited, the rest of you are like, that's never happening. but it will. Now, what I want to do to start out is tell you a brief anecdote. It's from the Freakonomics podcast, a great podcast if you listen to it. In 2001, competitive eater Takeru Kobayashi went to the Coney Island hot dog eating contest and ate 50 hot dogs in 12 minutes. Now, to give you a reference point for that, I can drop this now. This is great. Now I can mime eating hot dogs. Num, num, num. He broke the world record. Right? The world record before this was 25. He doubled it to 50. And people were like, how did you do this? And he said, I didn't acknowledge that that was a record. I didn't acknowledge that that was the limit. And he talks about how we set artificial limits for ourselves. And these artificial limits are something that was removed from me when I started listening to hip-hop thinking it was all made up entirely on the spot. Because if you listen to Eminem or Andre 3000 or Kendrick Lamar, and they have these beautiful lyrics that are kind of filled with linguistically dense and thematically rich imagery, and you think that is made up, that becomes your benchmark, and you've removed the limit of how good a freestyle can be. And so this is what I want to teach you. The first thing to kind of get into your heads is that it's important because it makes you present in the moment, okay? And there's an improv teacher called Will Hines at UCB in LA, and he says that by being present and forgetting the future, the present becomes richer and slower and bigger and more evident. And why is this important? It's because we can't change the past, and if we focus too much on the future, then we forget about now, and we stop making the changes that we could in the present. Being present is forgetting your conscious mind and just going with it, right? Rap is about not being self-conscious and literally forgetting your conscious self. So if you drive, you'll be familiar with this. Highway blindness. That's where you reach your destination, but you don't remember the actual drive to get there. Okay, some of you are nodding, and that means that's happened to you, or you drink way too much. If that happens, that's because your brain is zoned out, because it's just a normal activity that you're used to. This is how you can freestyle, okay? So if you've got something you're familiar with, I wash up the dishes a lot. We don't have a dishwasher. I mow the lawn a lot. I rap when I do that because it occupies my kind of mechanical stuff, and I can just let my brain flit around from object to object and be in that moment. You know all the words that I just said in that rap, okay? You know all the words I rhymed with those words in that rap. And you know the rhyme schemes that I use in that rap. Okay, rhyme schemes, for example, like AABB would be, if you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Okay. ABBA wrote that song. And apologies, Norwegians, for not using lyrics from Aha, but the joke doesn't work if I do that. Although Morten Harket is a hottie. It's just my Norwegian friends. Rhyming is a pattern, okay? And our brain seeks out patterns and fills them in. So that's why, I don't know if you're up to date with the kind of what's happening in the UK with the Conservative Party. This couplet will make sense in your brain, even though I'm trying to throw you off, okay? Theresa May want us to bring back the hunt, but chasing down foxes, that makes you a nasty person. That works because your brain expects something that I'm not giving you. Obviously, the word I was meant to say was Countryside Alliance supporter. Another example of why your brain will fit in words that aren't actually there. If I say a sentence, so try and make this sentence make sense but not rhyme. So on stage, Chris has a bottle of water, boom, ch, boom, boom, ch. He doesn't have a son and he doesn't have a... Exactly. Even though you're not meant to make that sentence rhyme, your brain is screaming, it's daughter, right? It is easier to rhyme than not to rhyme. So the 2 rules of freestyling that will help you be present, be functioning on the edge of what your brain thinks is possible, which kind of shuts down self-monitoring and self-censorship and is where innovation exists. The 2 rules are, number 1, make sure it rhymes all the time. Okay? When you're starting out, it doesn't even have to make sense. It's called rhyme over reason. Focus on just keeping that flow going. The second part is the hard bit. The second part is being present. It's being in the moment and not thinking about this. So to do that, this is what I want you guys to do for the next maybe week, maybe make a commitment for the next 5 or 7 days to do this. I know you all sing in the shower, okay? And I'm not being like listening. I'm not the NSA. That would be weird. You sing in the shower. Stop singing in the shower. Start rapping instead. It's super easy, okay? If you've got a glass partition, draw a little letter in the condensation and wrap words that begin with that letter. If you've got objects on the windowsill, rap about those words. And just keep it going. You can repeat words. You just can't stop. You can rhyme the word shampoo 8 times in a row as long as the words before it are changing. And you'll start to pick it up. It's just 5 minutes a day. Day after, keep it going. Day after, keep it going. At worst, you are keeping really clean. At best, there's literally no limit to what you can do, right? Limits are like Tinkerbell. They only exist if we believe in them. What I want to do now, having given you that, is a freestyle before we kick off the second half of the day, which Thor thought would be a wonderful idea. He said, Chris, I know this evening you're going to be performing a comedy performance with a kind of raps and jokes at the dinner. What I'd like you to do is do a rap about topics that have been discussed today. So that's what we're going to do. I was in the first half, so I've been here. We're going to take 5 suggestions of things that we heard about today, or things that you kind of associate with OFF, or anything you kind of noticed about Norway if you're a tourist here. We'll take those suggestions and we'll turn those into a freestyle. I mean me. It's not like I'm going to now put those skills to the test, guys. So let's get 5 suggestions. We'll divide the room into quarters, then take a wild card. Let's come to the top quarter circle over here. Cartoon, lovely. So we had a wonderful talk from an amazing cartoonist. Cartoons, brilliant. Okay, and what was it from? What? Transparency, I like it. Transparency, cartoons. What was that? Football? I mean, I don't know where that came from, but what specifically about football, sir? I just shouted a word and retreated into the darkness. I like it. Okay, I mean, can I just take the act of just kind of like just shouting football out of the dark? I think that's fun. So transparency, cartoons, shouting football out of the dark. Someone down here was repeatedly saying something. Playing. Yeah. Playing. Okay, cool. Playing, I like it. Playing Playing what?
It's up to you, sir.
It's up to me. No, it's up to you. That's how this works.
Okay. Playing football, then.
No, you can't do that. You're working in cahoots. It's like Statler and Waldorf split up onto different levels. Something different. A different thing. Playing something. Playing what? Playing dumb. Playing dumb. I like it. Playing dumb. It seems like you're heckling each other now. Playing dumb. Shouting football out of the dark. Transparency and cartoons. One final one. Let's come to this side. Feminism. Do you want to pick a specific aspect of feminism or a cause that feminism's working towards? Equality. Okay, of course. Lovely. So feminism and the strive for equality. Transparency, playing dumb, shouting football out of the dark, and cartoons. This then, if we can drop that beat, it has a little intro which gets us in the mood, is a freestyle about all those things. Let's see what we can do. And let's hope this beat doesn't randomly speed up in the middle and try and make me trip over myself. But I think we can do it. It's going to be good. I like it. Yo. You got your phone out for this. Yep, sitting down there, the phone now displaying what I say when you record, when you just shout and playing, but just leave an ellipses, dots at the end. You like it's up to you. I intend, my friend, for you to pick and choose. Yeah, you're silent, you keep mum. No words coming out like you're playing dumb. Playing dumb like we ignorant and ignore all the things, though people implore us to assure ourselves that we will keep ourselves aware, not sit back and just put fingers through our hair. Ignoring the things, yo, we open and see. We need to keep wide, be open. Transparency like a window, let the light come through. Even the UVA rays and UVB rays coming down. See when I look, transparency, we need it like an open book. Democratic stuff, that is what I need. I need words written out so I can see. Transparency comes apparent. It's doing it again. This is ridiculous. Loop it back to the start and we'll do it again, because otherwise it's gonna break the flow. This may very well be my fault for partially corrupting my USB key because I didn't click safely remove. But that is a lesson I should learn and you will heed. If you play that again, and we'll do it until it gets going again. Is that okay? Yes. We're gonna get back into, is that okay? We're getting back into the mood? Good stuff, okay. We've done those first 2, we'll move on to the final 3, and we've got about a minute and a half if I accurately counted that in my head, which I did.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm young I play in the park. I always worry after 8 p.m. the trees get dark and people come up to me. I hear behind the footfall, coming out the dark just to shout football, then running away. I'm like, I must report. I can't have a comeback, have a witty retort to the sport that they cried out of their lungs. They ran away like the clouds peeling back after the thunder. Why do you hide inside the dark woods? Why do you shout? Then you think I've done good. I run away now. No need to stick around. It's basically I deposit left a sound. The lost property donated from ye. You're just shouting out words and run away from me. I'm like, stand up to me. I want some equality. Now move on to feminism with the segue. Everybody should be equal, y'all. I think we're all on the same page within this hall. Yeah, the Prime Minister was speaking the words. Bring it back down, yo, it's not for the birds. We're gonna keep going and I rap double time now. Let me go, last thing, and I must crowd source, cause I forgot the word because the beat keeps messing and it's so absurd. What was the last thing that we needed to do? We gotta get it going, yeah, shout it from you. Okay, yes, I abhor it when I forget words and I just try and draw upon the knowledge, doing the wordplay, drawing cartoons at school back in the day. I would have my paper, I would have my crayon, I give it to the teacher and he gives me a sleigh and he'd be like, Chris, you did a caricature of me, it's horrible, yeah, you should all adore me, but I had done a teacher in boring clothes, looking muddy when I hit him and he had a big nose. He was like, Chris, in this classroom, we don't have time for these cartoons, but I'm like, hey, I must say, I'm right of the money, you got a big nose, and I made it look funny. There you go. Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you guys tonight for more proper stuff. It's going to be great. Thank you and goodbye.